Oregon learns his punishment after taking two girls across state lines for sex after luring them on social media. But he's doing it across state lines. He's not wearing protection. And
I mean, it don't matter if he was or not wearing protection. He raped them. Regardless of anything, he raped them. And then he busted them, both of them, so they both pregnant. Like, what the fuck?
It's just so
they thought he would believe. They believed that he would drop them off somewhere random if they had sex with him. What the fuck?
Factor in this.
What's poppin' YouTube, man? We got this crazy video. Bro lured two teen girls on Snapchat and tried to have sex with them, bro. We got this crazy predator right here, man. Before we start this video, man, please if y'all like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. Let's get it, man.
Oregon learns his punishment after taking two girls across state lines for sex after luring them on social media. The disturbing case out of Oregon and how much time he's getting straight ahead. Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. Bro. I'm Anjanette Levy. Albert Buddy Wayne Johnson is in some big trouble with the feds. He's going to prison. Back in the summer of 2022, the FBI says Johnson had sex with two teenage girls after taking them from Seattle, Washington, and then taking them across Idaho state lines and into Oregon. The FBI got involved in the case in August of 2022. After the two teenage girls who were runaways from the Washington State Department of...
They was runaways, bro. From where?
Social and Health Services.
Social and Health Services. The minor victims told law enforcement they initially lied because they was both runaways from Washington State Department of Social Health Services and did not want to return. The minor victims provided true names, which they were verified through blah, blah, blah. The minor victims they met... Bro, what the hell, bro?
Were found in Barton Park in Boring, Oregon, at a campsite registered to Johnson.
That's crazy.
An affidavit says the girls initially lied about their identities because they were afraid since they had run away. The girls, identified only as Minor Victim 1 and Minor Victim 2, said they met a man on Snapchat. That's how they hooked up with Johnson. The affidavit says Johnson drove them to a hotel in Othello, Washington. At the hotel, Johnson had intercourse with MV1 and MV2, did not wear a condom, and ejaculated inside both. MV1 and MV2 said they did not voluntarily engage in intercourse, but believed Johnson would drop them off somewhere random on the road if they did not engage.
So wait, hold on, bro. You telling me bro had a threesome with two teen girls with no condom, and they said they did not voluntarily engage into intercourse? What? You raped them, bro?
The affidavit continues and says
they let you do it?
Johnson drove the girls to a campsite in La Grande, Oregon, and had sex with them again in a tent. The girls were both 15 at the time and said they told Johnson that. So he was well aware that they were minors.
Wow.
The affidavit includes photos from surveillance cameras, one from August 5th.
I don't know who worse is, the girls or the dude. I mean, the dude bad, but the girls is good bad too. What the hell?
5th of 2022. It includes a shot of those girls outside of a Quality Inn in Othello, Washington. This is where the girls told detectives they had sex with Jackson against their will.
Against their will.
There's also a receipt from a travel plaza showing sandwiches purchased for 3 people, along with an image of Johnson buying the food.
Wow.
And there's a screen grab from a surveillance camera at a Walmart from August 5th. I'll tell you why that's important in a little bit.
August 5th.
I want to bring in somebody who knows a lot about investigating sex crimes, human trafficking, things involving children, especially with the internet. She is Detective
bro, that's crazy though,
Mary Braun with the Cincinnati Police Department. Mary, I know you weren't involved in this case, but you've investigated a lot of cases over the years. Your first thoughts on this case involving this guy, Buddy Johnson?
I got a question, y'all. Everybody watching this video, is that rape, bro? Because, like, he did that to both of them. They said they did not voluntarily, but then they continued to go with the guy. So, like, is they just trying to get out this case? Or, like, do y'all think that's rape? I don't know. I'm kind of confused. That's weird, bro. Like, y'all three of y'all weird, bro.
And who lures these two 15-year-old girls for sex over Snapchat, and they're runaways. They were easy prey.
They were easy prey?
Absolutely. And kids are on social media a lot. Right. You don't know who they're really talking to, and they don't know who they're really talking to. And I don't know what the chats were like, but he could very possibly have been trying to pretend to be someone their own age. So you never know who's on the other end of a phone or a computer, any kind of chat room like
But
that.
they knew. They met him. And they kept rocking with him. Was they scared?
Bothers me so much about this, and I mentioned that earlier, is the fact that these girls were 15 years old. They're runaways.
Right.
And this guy goes across state lines. He goes into Washington. He takes them from Washington to Idaho to Oregon, and then takes them to a hotel. I mean, there's evidence there that they included in the complaint. We have photographs of him entering the hotel with them.
Right.
And he's having unprotected sex with
That's
these
crazy.
girls. Not only, I mean, he's raping children,
Right.
but he's doing it across state lines. He's not wearing protection. And
I mean, it don't matter if he was or not wearing protection. He raped them. Regardless of anything, he raped them. And then he busted them, both of them, so they both pregnant. Like, what the fuck?
it's just so the
They
ick
thought he would believe, they believed that he would drop them off somewhere random if they had sex with him. What the fuck?
factor in this is so high on so many levels.
Yeah, like, what
It
the
sure
hell?
is. And with things like this, I feel like, when you have kids who are running away, I like to try to think, okay, what are they running from, or what are they
Right.
running to?
Right.
And if they're running to, a guy like this, and then a lot of kids, they get into a situation where they don't know how to get out of it. And
True. That's true. That's why I was wondering, like, did they want to stay? Did they want to get away? Like, it's weird.
it's a
bro.
lot. And if you think for 15-year-olds, who knows what he said was really going to happen. But then once they're in
Right.
that situation and they don't know what to do. They don't have the capacity to think past the consequences of talking to somebody online.
They were already in the custody of Washington State Department of Social and Health Services. So they're already in a situation that probably wasn't great.
Right.
They obviously didn't have good home lives if they're in the custody of the state. And then they get hooked up with this guy. And you're right, we don't know what he said to them on Snapchat to get them
Y'all ain't got the messages?
to meet up with him.
Come on, man.
But, I can see they get into this situation. Who knows what
Right.
he promised them? And they said it was against their will. They didn't consent to this sexual
Right.
activity. And they probably just freeze. That's how I imagine this. That these girls just freeze
Yeah,
up.
they probably was scared, bro. For real, for real. They probably didn't know what to do.
They're teenage girls. They don't have the mental capacity or the
Right.
wherewithal to kind of fight back against this.
Yeah, they just didn't know what to do. And the
Crazy,
thought
bro.
of running, perhaps they couldn't run, but the thought of running in an area where they don't know where they are,
Right.
that was probably very scary. The whole thing, I'm sure, was very scary. And you're right, they're 15 years old. Sex is not something that the mind at that point you can
What?
think of to consent.
Shit. You know how many 13-year-old girls I heard getting? What? I know 13-year-old girls, 14-year-old girls I heard getting dug out, bro. They be on that, bro. They be on that. I don't know about what she just said, but they be on that. But that is still young, and that is insane. Oh,
So I'm sure it was terrifying for them.
yeah, for sure. But
And they had
it's
this
weird,
guy
bro.
dead to rights. I mean, they track him down eventually. Thank goodness these sheriff's deputies find these girls at this campsite that was
At a
registered to him. So
campsite.
there's clue number one, right?
Right.
And they're scared, and a sheriff's deputy overhears them, according to the affidavit, saying we should just tell them, and they're trying to figure out what they should do. So they're confused, they're scared. They
Right.
finally tell the sheriff's deputies, the Clackamas County sheriff's deputies, what has happened.
Right.
Then they go looking for this guy, and it takes a little bit. But they go into this, storage facility, and they find pretty good detective work, a trash bag containing things that he had purchased at Walmart, including hair dye.
Avocado, hair dye, Corazon, some chips of Sprite.
And they
The
find this with the
cookout
Quality Inn
bag.
hotel
This
key,
is
which
terrible.
I thought was, it's just
Hair dye.
pieces of the puzzle. He's leaving breadcrumbs. So they have this guy, and he gets sentenced. He's guilty of the crimes,
Right.
and he's going to prison for 12 years. So were you impressed with that as far as them finding that evidence in his storage unit in that trash bag?
That's weird, bro. He was on something crazy, bro. He was
Well,
gonna do
first, I
something
want to
wild.
say I'm very proud of the girls for speaking up and telling what actually happened to them. Unfortunately, like with the sex trafficking investigations, sometimes it's hard to get that rapport and for the victims to actually say what has happened. So
That's
I'm
true.
very proud that they were able to tell their story like
I ain't trying to take no sides here. I'm trying to stay in the middle of everything because, like, it's crazy. But, like, y'all got to think about it. Like, bro probably really did. They probably really was scared. They probably didn't know how to get out that situation. But then you also got to think, though, like, bro, like, what if, like, they lied, bro, and they wanted to be there? Like, you never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I ain't trying to be, like, nothing crazy, say nothing crazy, but you never know. People out here be wild, man. I hope they wasn't lying, bro. I feel bad for what they did, bro. What happened to them?
and of course, you know, to have detectives and officers who are going to go every step and follow every little piece of that. It sounds like it was a big puzzle piece, but they found all the pieces and put it together for a good outcome for the victims and for law enforcement.
Right.
He'll be doing time for 12 years in federal prison. A lot of
12 years, that's it. This is what I'm talking about, bro. They'll catch somebody with dope, and they'll get him like 50 years, 30 years. Bro, rape 2 little girls, bro. And he only gets 12 years, bro. Like, is you serious, bro? Them type of people right there, bro, that be doing that, they deserve death. They deserve to get burnt, bro, alive. Feel everything. Like, I just don't understand that, bro. Get caught with guns, dope, you get all this time, and bro, just, rape little girls, and you barely get anything,
times
bro.
you get good credit. You usually do about 85% of that. But you know, that's going to be a long time.
No,
but
it's not.
How
bro,
concerned
no.
are you that somebody like this gets out?
Bro, there's people that got caught back in the day with weed, bro. Had to go do 15 years, bro. Bro gets 12. Bro,
for that amount of time.
What the fuck?
And reoffends.
No, he deserves life.
Well, right. There's always a possibility of that. But the thing is that now he'll be a registered sex offender, which I believe he already was. But he will be a registered sex
so this ain't his first time, bro?
offender. So, not that stops him from doing something else, but it does.
So he was already a registered sex offender. So he done did some freaky dicky activity already. And this is his second offense, and he only get 12 years? I disagree, bro.
Up the penalties if unfortunately something like that happens. But hopefully the post-release control, they will keep an eye on him very well, and he won't be able to reoffend.
He is. As soon as he get out, if it's the second time he doing it again, man. I'm done with this video. This is just fraud, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't rock with the predators. I don't rock with none of that, bro. Them people need to be you know what I'm saying, man? Y'all, let me know y'all feel about this little story right here, this little case. Let me know if y'all feel like I was wrong. Let me know if you feel like they was wrong. We already know he was wrong. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. But I don't agree with that sentencing, man. Let me know what y'all feel. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to sign with y'all, man. Ooh.